we are at the BC Sports Hall of Fame, and I'm with curator Jason Beck. And thank you for being on the show and the exhibit. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we're here in the Indigenous Sport Gallery. It's our newest gallery. We opened it in September of last year. It's been very well received. It was a 2-year project. We worked with Indigenous sport leaders and communities and groups from around the province. There's over 500 artifacts on display, 16 sports, over 40 athletes. It was a big effort. It's been a project that we're very proud of.
Which athletes are profiled here?
We've got a wide variety. We have Angela Chalmers, who's a great runner for Canada. We've got Phil Mack, who is captain of Canada's national rugby team. Lots of current athletes. Spencer O'Brien competed for Canada in snowboarding at the 2018 Olympics. Carey Price is featured in the gallery, of course, goalie for the Montreal Canadiens. Other past athletes, Gino Ochik's in the gallery, Richard Peter, one of Canada's most decorated wheelchair basketball players. So it runs the gamut.
Is there a special artifact here?
Yeah, there's some great artifacts on display. One of my favorites is the items that Carey Price and his family gave to us. We worked out a loan agreement with Carey's mom and dad, Linda and Jerry, but we had a limited time to get the items down to us, and we were a little bit squeamish about shipping them. You don't want to ship one of Carey's game-worn goalie masks plus a goal stick. It's hard to ship. So I drove up to Williams Lake and met them up there. 6 hours one way, 6 hours back, but it was worth it for his goaltender's mask, trapper, blocker, goal stick, and a nice frame print.
And what about the runner, like cleats and?
Yeah, we've got several items from Angela Chalmers on display, including her 1994 Commonwealth Games Canadian team jacket. There's other items from related to Tom Longboat. There's even a carving from Chief Matthias Joe that was given to Percy Williams, the sprinter from Vancouver.
Wonderful. And there are 16 displays, is that correct?
Yeah, so there's 16 displays, different sports. We when we were talking with various Indigenous sport leaders around the province, we tried to find what sports are key to Indigenous communities. So there's, lacrosse is huge, hockey, wrestling, baseball, running, soccer, basketball, rugby, snowboarding. I mean, it's a very wide range. Canoe racing. It really is a great representation of different sports in our province. He was a runner at the turn of the century from the Sununemo First Nation near Nanaimo, and he competed at the World's Fair at I think it was in San Francisco, 1898. He won the 440, basically the 400 meters. And set essentially a world record at that time.
Wow.
But they denied him the record and denied him the victory because he was Indigenous.
That's unbelievable.
It was just another example of the racist attitudes of the time. He was a great runner, but was denied the victory and the record. So the family was aware of this story. They reached out to us. Actually, it was a coincidence. They reached out to us. We did our own research, confirmed it in the newspapers and other archival materials we had, and so we thought we need to tell the story of William Good here.
That is.
So he lived. I think most of his life in the Nanaimo area.
Okay.
His family was here for the opening, which was fantastic. It was stories like that. That's why we worked hard to dig up some of these athletes that have been completely forgotten, and in his case, pushed to the side.
Mm-hmm. So. And what has the feedback been like?
The feedback's been really strong. The opening that we had here in late September was probably the most emotional that I've ever seen. I mean, there were people in tears. They were just really moved by this. The purpose of this gallery was our small step towards reconciliation with Indigenous peoples in BC, and the response we got was that it was a good step. So I think we're all very proud of that. It was a big effort over 2 years, but very collaborative.
And can you share some special news?
Yeah, we've been recognized by the Canadian Museums Association for an Outstanding Achievement Award for this exhibit, which is a first for the BC Sports Hall of Fame. I'm not even sure if there's another Hall of Fame in Canada that's been recognized. They honor 2 exhibits across the country every year. So to be honored with one of them for us we were floored and very honored, of course, to be able to receive that in April in Toronto at the annual CMA Awards dinner.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Great. And so if people want more information, where can they go?
You can go onto our website, bcsportshalloffame.com. You can give us a call anytime. Our lines are always open, 604